little bit of just relevant topics just in the world that are going on. Hopefully, my man Mr. B, the MMA guy, will jump in here with me. Hopefully, a little bit pretty soon, and we'll talk about some topics. But sorry for the technical difficulties that went on. I don't know exactly what happened with between me, Haps, and the connections that were going about, but is what it is. Firstly, we're gonna do just a little bit of just early talk about UFC Fight Night Qatar versus Chickadee. Chickadee. I'm super stoked for to take on Kelvin Qatar. I'm gonna give an early lean here on this matchup, and so if you guys want to get that bet in early, you can do that. But I really am feeling a strong side when it comes to this event. But the first fight of the night for this card is going to be Jamie Pickett versus Joseph Holmes. Jamie Pickett is 12-6. His nickname is the Night Wolf. He is 33 years old. He's 6'2" with the 80-inch reach. He's on a one-fight win streak. He's fighting out of North Carolina. He last fought Lauren Staropoli. He's one of the Argentini of natives who's pretty well decorated. He won a unanimous decision. Then he lost to Jordan Wright, who's the Beverly Hills Ninja, and he lost to knees and ground and pound round one. And then he lost to Tefan and Chuku, unanimous decision before that. So Jamie Pickett's a tough dude, super stocky, super um explosive. He's taking on Joseph Holmes. He's 26 years young, man. 6'4" with the 80-inch reach. He's on a 75 win streak fighting out of Texas. This dude last took on Jahoan Pati and Fury FC 53. He won by punches. Then he took on dude Sham Baranas and he won by rear naked choke. And then he took a dude on Dwayne Diggs. He won by rear naked choke round two in the LFA 114. So not really quite sure what to get. The fact that Joseph Holmes is obviously just not as experienced in our eyes, but I have an early lean on this one. I'm feeling like there's something fishy going on. I feel like Joseph Holmes is going to be the one to probably edge this. We're going to go break down this card way closer to the fight. I was hoping my man Mr. B would be here. Hello, Mel B. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit better. You can't hear me. Um, is that my microphone? Um, okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, Mel B. Yeah, so yeah, Christmas Eve, I woke up and we are gonna go to my in-laws' house, and I felt really sick. And then I walked outside and I got the chills really bad. My teeth started chattering. I couldn't believe how cold that I was getting. And even my fiance was just laughing at me on the fact that I was so cold. And then I didn't take anything of it. And feel good. Um, it felt like I drank vodka all night long, and we've been just having a ton of fun. And I didn't eat, and all of a sudden I got alcohol poisoning, and I started spinning. And so all of a sudden, I started getting the spins while I was laying down, and I hadn't drinking any alcohol at all. Then I've had COVID in the past, so I kind of knew that I felt like I had the symptoms of COVID. Um, and so I went and laid down in the shower, and I laid down in the shower. I must have thrown up. I started throwing up. Sorry. Then I started throwing up for at least a few hours, and then I laid down in the shower, or on the floor in the bathroom, like most people do when they're sick. And so thankfully, I feel better and better. Thank you for the heart bomb and the love celebration bomb and everything, Mel B. You're such a great supporter of the show. So yeah, it's been rough. I have a newborn baby that was born on the November 17th, and it's my lady has COVID now, and my 15-year-old, and so it's now thankfully, or right now we're just hoping that the 4-year-old and the newborn don't get COVID. Mr. B, did you get an invite to the podcast, or what's the deal, or did I not invite you? I'm confused. I guess I didn't. Sorry, my bad. Haps is tripping, man. What's up,
There
Mister
you go.
B?
Yo, here
Dude,
I am. What's happening?
I
How you
because
feeling?
dude, I'd obviously not good. I couldn't. I was so tongue twisted when I first started the first podcast or the first start of the show. Then Haps glitched me up, and then I was just like, "Oh my god, I got to delete this whole thing because
Oh man.
I can't even continue on looking this stupid." I don't know if it
Yeah,
was me, or it was COVID, or it was Haps. It was just a lot of stuff. So I'm just happy to be here with you. I love talking about mixed martial arts. Love being with you and our fans, Mister B. Um,
yeah.
it's something that we love to do. But how are you and your family, Mister B?
All's well, man. All's well. Can't complain, man. It's been a
Nice.
little busy, a little hectic, but you know what I mean. I'm here,
Yeah.
so you know what I mean. Can't
Yeah.
complain about that.
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything's good. So, but
yeah,
anything interesting about the MMA world you want to jump into, or you want to talk? I was trying to go. I was kind of going over Qatar and Chickadee on the
yeah,
card,
yeah.
just to give my initial leans on them. I don't want to
Okay.
get too crazy in them because it's going to change from here. We have what 14 days now, so
Yeah,
but Calvin Qatar versus Chickadee, man, I think this is Giga's fight to win. Only reason I say that is because Qatar takes damage, and then his face gets damaged so badly that I can't really rely on him in a 3 round fight, let alone a 5 round fight. So I really think that Giga is going to have a chance to win here. Do you have a lean on this one, B?
Damn, man. This is all gonna depend. I think it just depends on where Cater is mentally, because man, after what Max Holloway did, man, I don't know if he's gonna be all the way there.
Yeah.
Mentally wise, because you went in there and you got beat on the feet, where people thought you had a strength fight with Max. You know what I mean? Where y'all would have been equal, and this man got outboxed by Max Holloway. You know what I mean? Cater's big weapon is his boxing. And now you're gonna go up against this big old monster kickboxer like Giga. I don't know where he is at mentally, man. But I'm leaning towards Giga on this one. You know, Calvin may be good. He may be having the best in his feet. You know what I mean? He might have all that. Might be back there mentally, but it's a whole different story. Going back in there and you find a guy as terrifying as Giga. So I'm leaning on Giga on this one, yo.
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah,
feel, man. It's just it's really hard to trust, man. So, but we'll jump into that whole event a little bit later
word.
on. In a few weeks, and we'll jump and give you our leans, and I'll give you some bets as well. Me and Mister B absolutely kill whether it's props or money line bets. When me and Mister B are jumping on the mic together, we've been just absolutely dominating bets. It does not matter what happens, man. We just absolutely kill. So, um, with that said, I knew hot off the news is that Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's right hand man, has been convicted of a 5 or 6 counts of all the disgusting things that she's done, which is
Yeah,
crazy over there in New York. How do you feel about that, B? I'm happy about it, in the sense of that there's a lot of people that have been wronged.
yeah, yeah. I'm actually happy for that too, man. That case, that case, that situation in itself, man. It runs a mile. There is a list of names, a lot of people who's involved. You know what I mean? And he got caught. The that lady that she was grooming kids,
Yeah.
teenage, underage. You know what I mean? For like sex trafficking, man. That whole thing is just sick, man. It's just sick.
it's
It's
so
just sick.
it's sick because, man, like everyone. I mean, eventually you're gonna have kids, or you have nieces or nephews, and and you think about, like, man, you're taking advantage of people who just don't have the, like, psychological capabilities to even, like, fend
Yeah,
for themselves. And they're just so vulnerable. So it's just like, she's definitely disgusting. But what's crazy is that, like, Epstein is the real one who should be getting it, and then there should be a whole ton and a plethora of people that should go down with all these criminals. But we know we won't see every single person that should be into it get into trouble. But So with that said, we're just gonna jump in, like I said, into some. We're jumping into trending Google topics. Right,
Yeah.
and then right now, the Wheel of Fortune, the 40th anniversary for Pat Sajak happened, and they didn't even mention a 40th anniversary for Pat. They didn't even like make a big deal about it on the 40th anniversary show. It was fucking crazy, bro. I don't know if you ever watched it when you were little. Did you watch Wheel of Fortune when you were little, B?
Oh yeah, Pat Sajak, Vanna White. Yeah, I love that show.
Dude, 40th anniversary was a few days ago, I believe, and they didn't even like make a stir about it, bro. Like they didn't even like,
Wow.
oh my god, it's Pat Sajak's 40th anniversary or whatnot, and kind of cold hearted, but that's kind of Hollywood and the big limelight is, B.
Wow. Yeah. It's
Kind of
crazy
vicious,
though, man.
kind of vicious if you think about it. You're like, dang, motherfucker, like I thought I was important a bit, so
Right?
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
another topic that I saw off the top of the dome was did you see was it Virginia Tech? They got some special helmets for this bowl game, and they have the New York Yankees sign on the helmet. Did you see that, B?
No, I didn't catch that, but I did hear. I heard about it. I didn't look
Okay,
in depth into it, but I did hear about it,
you dude, you
and
definitely
I
got to
found
check
it
it.
funny to me. I
You
found,
definitely got to
found
check.
it.
You got to check out the helmets. I know it's kind of funny. I mean, I'm over. So what's really weird is that not that we're dumb. We're over here in Southern California, and if you're not from around California, we don't give a fuck if you're not. Like, we really don't even know where you're from. We don't look into it any further. Now,
Right.
Mr. B, how far is Virginia Tech from you?
Yeah, it's pretty far. It's pretty
Okay.
far.
so it's not just me being a fucking retard. It's the
Yeah.
fact that Virginia Tech and New York Yankees don't really mix, but the New York Yankees are such badass fucking. I've loved the Yankees since I was little. Between the Mickey Mantle days, Joe DiMaggio and Babe Ruth, of course, and the likes. My great uncle Michael was a huge and Yankee fan, so I love the New York Yankees in Brooklyn. So, but Mr. B, you're not even a Brooklyn Yankee fan, are you, B?
No, I'm not really. I'm not really a Yankee. I was a Yankee fan, and I stopped being a Yankee fan in 2000. I
What?
know
What?
that's shocking to a lot of people, but
Oh, it makes me
it,
sick.
it, it
What?
has it has to do with a lot of the people I was around. A lot of these people were just too much jumping on the Yankee bandwagon. A lot of
That's true.
people
Hey,
just super
I feel
hype. It gets aggravating if you're in New York. It gets kind of aggravating.
I feel you
So
100. I feel you in the percent because I live in California, and when I lived in San Diego, the San
yeah,
Diego Charger fans and Padre fans were so fucking annoying during the regular season. They'd be cheering
yeah,
beginning of the year. They'd be cheering, screaming, making all kinds of ruckus every freaking floor from 1 to 5, and then all of a sudden, once again, like we'd always know, the Chargers and the Padres suck, and they're gonna lose, and then once they start losing, you wouldn't hear a damn thing in your apartment building. So I feel you when
right.
it comes to that. But the Yankees, I love, so it's harder for me to believe you.
Yeah, man. So it's just so crazy, man. And
So
then we just keep everybody, the teams that beat us, we end up trying to get players from them, and it's just like, come on, man. And and you think about it, all these years. It's been what we in 2021, right?
yeah,
Well, yeah, the end of 2021 to 2022. The last time we won a World Series was in 2009, I think it was.
yeah, it's been a while, but hey, the Dodgers didn't win one for like 20 plus years, and I was just hoping, wishing upon a star. So I
You
feel
know
you
what I mean?
in that sense.
It's just that we had it. Yeah,
We got many.
They gave up really looking for talent for the sake of just name recognition. They pick up names over trying to really get serious talent. You know. So that was my gripe. That was my gripe. I'm a Red Sox fan though.
Oh,
That's
dude,
why.
what's crazy is you're a fucking Red. I don't even know how you're Red Sox fans. You're over in New York. The people, you could never wear a Boston hat over in New York, right?
Oh yeah, I can wear a Boston hat.
Yeah,
There'll be people who will get upset, but yeah, some people will get upset. Oh, you really a Boston fan? I'm
that's
like,
so
yep.
funny.
Oh, get out of here.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Yeah.
So Mr. B, is there any fight announcements in the MMA? I'll look up something else before you get into it. But are there any MMA fight announcements in the future that are coming up that you're excited for that we could talk about? Um,
Um,
I I know there's some,
th-
and Marcel Dorf, is it Marcel Dorf on Twitter that always reports them, right?
yeah, Big
Marcel,
Marcel, man.
yeah,
Big Marcel threw some ones out there, man. Marina Rodriguez
oh
is supposed to be
yes,
fighting Yan Xiaonan at UFC
yes,
272 in March.
I got Marina all
Um,
day.
if you guys remember, man, if let me just make sure I get this correctly as far as the rankings go. Hold on, I got
Yeah,
you.
I got Marina all
Um,
day though over Jan. I don't even care. Like
yeah,
Marina's striking, her viciousness, and the elbows in the clinch and whatnot. The only thing that Jan could do is get her down on the ground and smother her, possibly, but that's not even her game plan.
but that's it right now. So, right now, yep, that's number three, Marina Rodriguez versus number four, Xiaonan Yan Xiaonan. If y'all remember, Marina just tore through Mackenzie Dern. I think that was her last fight. While Yan Xiaonan had lost recently to Carla Esparza, um, which is nuts. Um, and Carla's supposed to be grappling tomorrow on that event on UFC Fight Pass, that cage grappling, Fury grappling. It was supposed to be Danielle Kelly versus Rose Namajunas, but Namajunas pulled out, so now it'll be Carla Esparza grappling against her. Yeah, they
What
have a
up? What
crazy
up,
grappling
Brian?
event tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Who backed out? It was Rose that knocked backed out. Now Carla's in the mix,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, but either
yeah,
way, they were both going to get sacrificed, in my opinion, because the girl that they're fighting is a vicious
yeah,
BJJ
Kelly.
artist.
Yeah, Kelly's a savage, man.
Yeah. So,
Also, what we got? They
what's up, Kick
announced
Your Back?
Alex.
What's
Hey,
up, Kick Your
yay!
Back
What up,
on
kick your
Twitter?
bass? Word.
He's actually
Um.
his wife has COVID right now and himself, so it's
Oh
crazy.
boy, man.
Me, him, his wife, our kid, his kid, pretty much all of us is pretty much have it. So I love you, Brian. I hope you're doing good, my dude.
Oh man. I hope all goes well, man. Talking about that psychoness, I'm supposed to get my booster shot because over here in New York, they put the whole vaccination mandates out there, man.
Yeah.
So people supposed to get their shots before the end of the year. The at least two vaccination shots or whatever, whether it's Pfizer, Moderna, or your Johnson and Johnson. If not, you can't go to work. If you're a kid, you gotta get us. If you're 12 and over, you have to at least have two shots, so you
That's
can go and
aggressive.
eat at certain places or whatever.
Dude,
If
New
you
York guys are nuts, bro.
in yeah, the kids that are like 5 years or over, now they're allowed to get the vaccination, and then if you don't have a kid, if you have a kid and you're not vaccinated, and that kid's not vaccinated, they can't go to school. They're gonna have to go do remote schooling or whatever. Um, yeah, so people who have to work, doctors and food markets, industry, whatever, you can't go into work until you get your shots.
Yeah, it's
This shit is
I,
bugged
I,
out over here, bro. It's gonna be madness. It's gonna be, man. I'm telling you.
in the sense of and whatnot, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
To each their own. But like for Mr. B, it sucks because there's a lot of people over there that they're just being told what to do, and they can't make.
Yeah.
You just got to do it, and so. What's up, Slam TV? I appreciate you being here. Salute.
Hey.
Happy holidays, my
What's up?
dude.
What's up?
We're just over here
Likewise, man.
shooting the shit. So Marina Rodriguez versus the Jan was another
Yeah.
one
Yan Zhao Nan.
um
Um.
then oh, what's talk about Eagle FC signed Diego Sanchez to fight Kevin fucking Lee, bro. Like
Yeah.
what what the
Yo, we're
fuck,
dying. Who
dude?
is? I talked about that the other day. The card so far,
Is
that
this
shit had me dying, man.
like
They got Kevin Lee versus Diego Sanchez. They signed
Kevin?
Henan Barao. I don't know what's going on.
I don't even understand it, bro. Like, and so Kevin Lee obviously has got the best chance of his life to get a win in the last like 3 years.
Yeah.
He's facing Diego Sanchez, but he's the OG. You can't really count him out. But I never can
Yeah,
I can't count him in because he doesn't want to be counted in lately. So it's super hard for me in the sense to judge that. But I'm obviously it's Kevin Lee's going to destroy him in the sense just because of athleticism and youth. But
yeah.
we're going to see a shit show in the sense. So
I'm
what
telling
was
you, man.
another fight that was announced? B
Well, for the UFC,
yeah.
they got Alexis Davis fighting Julija Storyalenko. Um,
That's crazy too. Because like, why is Alexis Davis still fighting? She's like 40 something years old, right?
yeah, she's up there. She's up
It's
there.
it's crazy, dude.
But she's getting kind of better with her striking. But she's up there in age, man.
Yeah, but it's
She's
still
fighting
around.
Stor.
I guess that could be a
Yeah,
chance of her winning.
yeah. Storyalenko may have a chance. She is, she is a strong striker. She has submission skills. You know, her arm bar. But then again, is against Alexis Davis. The girl knows her jujitsu. Like, come on now. If she gets her jujitsu going, her top position, it's gonna be a wrap for Julija. Also Storyalenko had that one bad weight cut, and she hasn't really fought since then. Um, has she?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I don't
think she
think
had like
so.
one fight or something. Was it?
I don't.
She had one fight, but I know she passed out.
Yeah,
She passed out.
I haven't seen her fight in over a year. It feels like, right?
Uh,
She's
yeah,
definitely
was it?
someone who's not very active. So definitely a decent chance for Alexis Davis, a veteran, to be able to smother her down, take her down, and do whatever she wants with her. But like the UFC has given us some really watered down cards lately in the sense of like they know what the fuck they're doing, man. Like they have some really bomb ass fighters, 4-4, 6-4, 5-5, shit that would never have been allowed to jive in
Yeah,
the UFC ever
yeah, that's
back in the day. And it's just like it's getting gross, bro. Like I
yeah,
want to
that's a,
watch some crazy y'all make me want to fight a mofo. Slam TV said. Yeah, seriously. Makes you want to fight fucking as a mofo when they don't want to give us the stuff that we deserve. The UFC could be
word.
giving us a lot of things, a lot more exciting fights, but it would cost them a lot more money. The way that they do
Yeah,
cards per se, if you have 12 fights and only two of the fights are really big money, they get away with 10 bouts, so that's 20 fighters getting paid with little bit amount of money. Um, and so it waters down the card in the sense of for the fans' sake. Even if they pay four good fighters and that's only two matches, we still have eight plus other matches with 16 other fighters that are watered down. And so it just sucks, man, as a fan that we're not getting like the UFC 200s of the cards. We're not getting the fucking crazy tournaments. It's just kind of just weird, man. We get a good card every once in a while with the UFC. So, um, who else got scheduled recently, Hubby?
We got Alexander Romanoff.
Oh yes,
He's supposed to be going up against Ilir Latifi.
King Kong Romanov is taking on Ilir Latifi. And if you guys haven't known, since the MMA for Money show and over here at Cope's Corner, I've been a huge fan of King Kong Romanov, not because of striking, but because of his pure just clinch and slam and just ground skills. So a lot of fun is King Kong Romanov. He's taking on Ilir Latifi. Ilir Latifi is not known as really much as a heavyweight fighter, so I really like
No.
this matchup for my boy King Kong. I think that he's going to have a huge size advantage over Elir. If Elir shows up, he's definitely going to be a little bit overweight because of everything and because of the weight circumstances and him trying to think that he needs to gain weight for Romanov. But I just feel like Romanov's going to take him down and slam him. It's going to be a great affair.
Facts.
Yeah.
Definite. I believe so too.
So,
They also made I don't know if we talked about this. Ian Heinisch was supposed to fight Phil Hawes, but now they have Sam Alvey fighting Phil Hawes instead.
no way. Yeah, it is.
That's gonna be on February 5th.
Well, that's a good
Yeah,
fight. That's a good fight for Ian or for Sam Alvey to finally win. If he could just withstand the first round, he should be able to maybe win the first two, the next two. You know.
yeah, yeah. Just weather the storm, the takedown storm. Hawes did look good with his striking against Chris Curtis though. Um,
Oh,
but
he did.
I think, yeah, he kind of did. But Um, Chris Curtis was able to handle that and land his shot. So I think Alvy's been through enough to be able to weather that storm and do what he can do and try to pick up a strong win there, man.
That's
But it is Sam Alvey.
are you gonna
That's the
cover the
problem.
Are you covering the Risen? Was it Risen tomorrow morning?
I'm gonna try to. I
Give
haven't
me
watched. I'm
Risen
gonna
30
try to because I know it's a strong card. I'm
Risen
gonna try to.
33 is tomorrow at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's definitely a time where
Yeah,
we
it's
could
before the New Year's. Yeah,
yeah,
tomorrow.
we can make
Tomorrow.
happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
there
they've
you
had
go.
some really good fights that have been coming on. So Risen 33 tomorrow. I mean, hopefully Mr. B streams it because we can jump into it because it'll be
Yeah.
fun to watch. But it'll be cool to see. Roberto Tezuza is the main event versus Yusik Yashi, and Brazilian versus Japanese dudes. It should be a bit of fun. So. Um, but that's the only combat that's coming up in a little bit of time. Then they have one championship on Friday, right?
Um,
Yeah,
is it? It's
one.
not. Is it this Friday or next Friday?
Yeah, one champion. No, no, no. Sorry, I'm wrong. On the
Yeah,
14th.
next.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Tapology jumped me ahead
yeah,
big
because
time.
they're gonna have fights for like.
Yeah.
It's
So
gonna be a while.
Risen 33 is the only thing that we're gonna have for 14 days when it comes to combat, and that's crazy, man. So you guys make sure
Yeah,
if you want some combat, you make sure to tune in to Risen 33 tomorrow because that's all we got. So,
yeah, for a while. Yeah,
but
until like the 12th.
but yeah, man.
Oh,
So but the next
wow, we don't have no MMA until like the 12th, the
bro,
12th of January,
it's
and I
so
think that's gonna be Invicta.
yeah,
Yo,
I know. It's
damn, that's
so
crazy.
it's so far pretty much that, and then the next UFC is on January 15th, folks. That is
Yeah,
so far away from right now, where it makes me super depressed in the sense of like, what are we gonna be betting on? There's nothing to bet on. I don't want to bet on anything but MMA. Crazy, man. But yeah, with that said,
facts though.
it was more fun to just be able to jump on tonight, talk to you guys, talk a little bit of shit with Mr. B about stuff that's coming up. There's a few other matchups I think that have came up that
Oh yeah, on that Rising card, yeah, they have Tenshin Nasukawa versus Takanori Gomi. I remember that.
that's right, that's right.
Yeah. The legendary K1 kickboxer. That kid, that's his last MMA fight too. He's gonna go into boxing after this. He's gonna be a full fledged boxer
Who's
now.
tension taking on? Oh, Takanori
Takanori
Gomi.
Gomi, the
Holy
OG.
shit,
Yeah,
that
Pride
that that should
OG.
be fun. It should be fun to watch
Yeah,
Gomi versus. Be fun to watch
yeah, man.
Gomi versus tension.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
But
try to catch that.
yeah,
But
hopefully
yeah, man.
at least the main card. Hopefully, Mr. B will be able to stream for us, and we'll be able to tune in tomorrow.
Yeah,
We ain't, we
try to
ain't got
get that in
we
there.
ain't got much better to do than watch a little bit of combat.
Facts.
Are there is there anything on? Let's see. I know there's a couple other matchups that we came up with the UFC. I wish Marcel had like a perfect. I can't pull up his Twitter on my PC.
Huh?
Um, Sorry guys.
Because he has a listing. There's a listing of fights that he usually puts up.
Thank you,
Like
Slam TV. We appreciate you, dude. We appreciate every
word
single one
facts,
of the
bro.
followers, subscribers. This 2021's been a tough year for every single person and every single one's family, and we just love to just tune in, we love to just stream, have fun, make you guys forget
Word
about the real world problems that go on. Grab a beer, grab a bong load, and do your thing as you tune into us. So we appreciate you, Slam.
facts, facts.
Do you have Marcel on your phone, B?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have any other matchups?
Um, with that I don't want to go like too far ahead into the future, but let's see, because we have the
Oh,
the 15th
well,
card
well,
we'll
one
go
off the
over.
one off the bat, totally. Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane is just so intriguing.
It's
Every
been getting a
single
lot of heat, hype, man. That the thing's
it's
been getting a lot of hype, and
it's
now with
good.
this whole contract negotiation situation that's going on, it's been picking up a lot of steam, man.
It is
Yeah,
because Francis Ngannou is just crazy, such a good person. still goes over there and just shovels with his people, and then comes back over. He knows his worth. The UFC doesn't like when you know your worth, Dana White and them. So he's kind of getting the shit
Facts.
show in the sense of it. But he's taking on a tough customer, Cyril Gahn, super agile, super well rounded, super agile, especially when it comes to a heavyweight. It's going to be a tough bout, but I know my man Francis Ngannou has been training. Rico Van Hooven, he's brought in to train with, former
Yeah.
kickboxer, decorated veteran, and so I know that he's training and he's taking this serious and every bit of the likes. So I'm Team Francis all day. I got a buddy who's been shooting content with Francis pretty lately over in Las Vegas at the PI. I seen a little bit of inside stuff. I know he just he takes himself serious. People hate on him because he wants the money. You know you you kind of
Yeah.
deserve the money when you're the biggest heavyweight champion to ever do it. He's a lot of fun, but it is what it is. So, but in that
Yeah.
fight with Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane, who do you have in that? I got Francis Ngannou.
I'm taking Francis, man. I'm taking Francis
Yeah,
because regardless of what people want to say or how you want to feel, and I know Gon got the threats, but that man, Ganu got one punch KO power. If he lands, and he always can land, it's gonna be problems, man. I'm going with Francis, man. Francis is too quick.
yeah.
I think Francis is a little bit too quick, man. And I know he's not gonna hesitate. He's not gonna flinch
It's just it's it's
to
so
throw
tough to
those
deny
bombs, man.
the
Yeah,
dude who's just one punch power, one touch with his big fucking hands, left, right, doesn't matter. Francis Ngannou will set you down and just knock you completely out, man. And so,
yeah,
just
man.
super crazy. Thank you so much, Slam TV, for the Heart Obama Award.
Facts, dude.
It's just hard. It's hard to doubt Francis Ngannou. I'm tired of doubting him. There's no way, unless someone had a really heavy wrestling or jujitsu game plan, then maybe that I would have a little bit more. Just like inkling to bet against Francis Ngannou, but for Cyril Gane, they're going to be there. It's kind of going to be like a sparring contest, but I hope that Francis Ngannou ends up clubbing him, and giving them that clubber lang, big old right hand, left hand, and puts him down. But it is what it is,
Facts,
man.
man.
You never know with these
Oh,
heavyweights, man. You saw Derek Lewis versus Dawkins last week, and it's
yeah.
just Derek Lewis is just touch you, man. He'll put your ass down if you do a dumb thing
Facts.
like stand and bang with someone that's got that much power. It is what
Yep.
it is, man. It's kind of a bad fight IQ trend. So, any other
I
fights?
got one for you. I got a fight for you
What is it?
to get your thoughts. Jared Cannonier versus Derek Brunson. That's an up and
Damn.
coming for UFC 271.
Man, yes, Slam TV heavyweight is very unpredictable at times. I have
Yeah.
another rule on on my show on Cope's Corner. I don't bet heavyweights very often, especially like I said, because heavyweights one punch behind the ear, one punch on the head, it could change the whole fight and it not even be the
Yep.
best fighter, and it just really just you'll lose money. So for betting
You
wise, if
lame.
we do a sports betting show, I do not recommend betting on heavyweights if you're going to throw your money down. If you're going to, it might as well be dog or pass, and you're
Word.
doing it's like a coin toss at that. But
Yeah. Cause there've been some shocking UFC heavyweight fights,
so
man.
Derek Brunson versus who you said?
Jared Cannonier.
Jared Cannonier. That's crazy. So hands wise, standing, I like Jared Cannonier, but I love wrestling. Derek Brunson, man, has proved that he could put you down on your ass and smother you. So, man, that's a very tough one. Is that a 5 round? Do we know?
It's gonna be a co-main. It's gonna be a 3 rounder.
Okay, so 3 rounds.
That's the saving grace right there.
Okay, 3 rounds better for Jared, but I feel
Yeah.
like if it was a 5 round affair, that possibly that Brunson could do his thing. But man, it's hard to count out Brunson, man. It's hard to some these veterans, man, have been good lately. I mean, look at Glover
Yeah.
Teixeira just did to Jan Blachowicz. It's just insane,
Facts, man. Facts.
insane.
Yeah. That's the whole thing, man. If Brunson's going in the way he's been fighting lately, yeah, it's gonna be problems for Jared Cannonier, man. But if Jared could just stuff some of those takedowns and let those hands fly a little bit, I really don't know, man. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Because Brunson's been taking some good punches lately, man.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
he just, yeah,
he finally
it's
he's just matured.
problems.
He's matured a lot, and he's just like it's funny. Like eventually, it's weird. Like these guys come and they grow and they lose a few, and then they start win a few. But then all of a
Yeah,
sudden, this growth happens where they just all of a sudden really believe in their body and their abilities in the octagon and inside the UFC, and they just change. And Brunson has been on that train where he just feel you could totally feel like he's been feeling it and growing into himself. So but into the coming new year, another matchup that's going to be super exciting will be Jack Hermansen versus Sean Strickland, my boy from from around town. He trains all over, but he trains at Gamebred Training Facility down in San Diego. My boy Herman Torado, my brother's protege. And I love Sean Strickland, so I can't wait to watch Sean Strickland versus Jack Hermansen February 5th. It will be, but I know that's a long ways away, but we don't have UFC for 15 days. That's not so. If we go up 15 days, that's only 15 days. So it's like we might as well
yeah,
talk about it too. You know?
right, right. And that's gonna be another fight, man. That card looks pretty good too so far, man. Um, they got well, no, they got was it Shavkat Rachmanov? Was it? Yeah, Shavat Rachmanov. That dude from I think he's from Kyrgyzstan. He's been pretty undefeated so far. Looked pretty good with his fights. Um, hey man, no problem, Slam. We appreciate it, dog.
Yeah. Thank you, Slam. You're the
We try
man,
to do
dude.
our best, man.
We
We
do
try to do
our
our
best.
best here, man. Staying on the platform, man. Doing our best here. Hoping that things turn around, yo, because it's been a crazy year for Haps, but we hoping everything turn around for sure. Yeah. But yeah, man. Was it Rock? Yeah, Rachmanov fighting Carlston Harris. Yeah. So it's Kyrgyzstan versus Guyana. So I'm shouting off. I hope Carlston can pick up another win there. Um, they got Castaneda versus Johns on there. Appreciate the awards. Who is it? Oh yeah, Mark Andre Barrios is fighting Chidi and Joe Kawani on that card too, and Trey Sean Gore is fighting Brian Battle. Damn.
Trishan Gore versus Battle finally. Yes, I cannot
Yeah.
wait for this. This is the real Ultimate Fighter finale that we've been waiting for. Trishan Gore got injured and made it so they battle Brian Battle couldn't take him on, and so what
Yeah.
when is that going on again?
Um, that's the fifth. Yeah, the February 5th card.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Headlined by Strickland versus Hermansen. Yeah.
I did not even see that on there. Dude, I cannot wait for that one because that's the real Ultimate Fighter finale. That's going to be the real deal. Sean Gore, not very experienced when you look at his record 3-0, but this dude has all the athleticism, all of the vibes, all of everything that you need, just
Thank you.
power and strength. I just love Sean Gore, so I can't wait to watch him take on Brian Battle in the real
Fact.
Ultimate Fighter finale.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a real good fight. I know that for sure, man. I wanted to see Trey Sean win that season, man.
Me
He was
too.
showing so much good potential, man. So much. So hopefully, he gets that time. He was injured, he rehabilitated, he got everything fine and dandy, and he goes out there and puts on a show, man. Him and Brian
Yeah,
there.
Trishan was just showing. Trishan was showing just like the just so much just heart determination, and he even like talked about a dream what he had, and his grandmother came to him and told him he was going to win a fight, and he did it. I believe it was before the fight, and then he ended up winning the fight, and just I really like Trishan Gore. I like everything that he represents. He also loves his woman and loves his family very much, so it's kind of cool to see him. Just take on those moral traditions and whatnot. But with that said, we pretty much today's show. I just wanted we wanted to come on. We were gonna shoot a little shit just like we did. I really do appreciate you being here, Mister B, and us talking
Yeah,
about some
man.
MMA, talking about a little bit of other things that are going on. You want to tell everyone where they could find you on Twitter?
Man, you can find me on Twitter at Mr. B. at Mr. B 1986. Find me here on the Haps, Mr. B. Mr. B, the MMA guy. Um, I'm gonna try to see if we could try to get some things done on like YouTube. Probably, I'm gonna probably try to spread myself to YouTube. As I said, I'm not really a fan of YouTube because of the
Yeah, the
monetization
haters,
and
haters, the
how
haters.
yeah how really gentrified it just really got really PC on YouTube. That's what I should say.
They pull half of my videos, so I don't even you can't even go on my YouTube because half of them are pulled because of YouTube.
Yeah. So
So
it's so booty. So I'm gonna try to get, if not there, then probably on Twitch, and yeah, just try to do that more for like
take
2022.
take
Yeah.
care, Slam TV. We appreciate you, my dude. We appreciate
Facts,
it.
man.
Every single one of you guys listening, tuning in, every single one that supports. I thank you so much, my man, Mr. B. As always, I can't wait till we finally have a little bit of a combat to talk about in our life that's relevant to betting. That's what we
Word.
do here. Normally, normal show is that me and Mr. B will have one or two bets for you guys to cash for this week, the weekend's UFC card. UFC is what I really do like to bet on. Sometimes I'll
Yeah.
fire on Bellator or PFL, but really it's UFC because I like to stay the course and just make that money. And but with 14, 15 days a gap, it was kind of hard to be like, well, I
Yeah.
could just skip out and just quit and just not do a show for 2 weeks, but that would be boring and no fun at all. I would miss Mr.
Word.
B, and we would have a lot to talk about later in the coming weeks, and then we'd have a
Yeah.
3 hour show, as that said. So, thank you, Mr. B, for being here with me as always. And every single one of you like, subscribe, and tune in every single week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and my man, Mr. B, ripping on the mic. Thank you for everything. Late.